What's crack-a-lackin' dudes and dudettes? We're gonna be talking about this question. Will 1.20 save Hypixel? Now let's get into the video. Will 1.20 save Hypixel? Now, me personally, I think when it comes to non-PvP game modes, yes, it will have a huge impact. But the thing is, the PvP game modes, sometimes I feel like the reason why Hypixel, the PvP game modes haven't died out on Hypixel is because, if they would update to the latest version, then, people from the older versions would probably just not play the newer versions. So basically, it just die out, But if they, kept that, but, made a separate game mode for where, instead of just updating the whole game, there is a separate game mode for, 1.20 plus. So if you are, to play the new combat, you can go on that. If you like the old one, you can stay on the old one. I feel like this would be a really good idea, since it would help both parties, it would help the players who want to stay on the older version, and it'll help the newer players who want to play Bed Wars. Same for Sky Wars, but for Sky Wars it's probably going to be a lot harder than it would for Bed Wars. But now, let's talk about the real thing, Skyblock. Now, if you guys don't know, if you've been living under a rock in the Skyblock community, they have already discussed about updating to the newest version. And as you know, updating to the newest version for Hypixel Skyblock would be a very good thing to do, because all the new blocks, the new mechanics, all this can be used. And I'm telling you, bro, they need to update fishing. Every time my fishing level is 19 or something. All my other skills, 20 something, 30 something, 50, 40 something. All of them are so high, but my fishing level is so low because I cannot just stand there doing nothing while fishing. I need to have something to do. Bro, you go on the little lake, you go to the spider's den. You aspect of the end or aspect of the void over to that little pool thing, and you just fish. Bro, it's just so boring. So, yeah, you could probably get a bunch of friends and call, but still, even then, who likes fishing? So, what they could do is after they update to the newest version, what they could do is alright, there's a ton of new blocks, there's a swimming mechanic. They can use the swimming mechanic. Be oh yeah, catch these fish. Not only will it drop fish, they'll also give you fishing XP instead of combat XP for killing it. So basically, you get XP for fishing, and you also get the loot. And it'd be a lot more fun. There could be these huge boss areas where you kill, let's say you kill 1,000 fish in one server. Boom. The sea guardian or whatever spawns. It's it'd probably be an elder guardian or something like that. Or just a huge slime. And it will just be oh, you disrupted us. Time to get you. That could be such a huge thing. They could also use phantoms for, some new islands. Oh yeah, there's a phantom swiping down, whoosh. They could easily do that. And the thing is, you could also resize phantoms without the use of mods. Meaning that, all you have to do is get an island, like Sky Warriors, and if you kill these guys, you can get, I don't know, maybe a ton of combat XP, since it's harder to kill them in the sky. And then, they're immune to magic damage, and, the only way to kill them is by using ranged projectiles. You can't use any melee. And these guys, what they would do is they swipe down on you, dealing not a fixed amount, but instead they deal a percentage amount. So let's say they deal 5% of your health per swipe. And then they could have their own slayer to Phantom Slayer, You can use Phantom Slayer to kill these bosses, and you can get an item called, I don't know, some sort of item that allows you to temporarily fly, like an Eelytra or something, where if you, place it, not place it, but maybe give it to something, you can trade the Eelytra for a fishing rod, not a fishing rod, a sword, where basically every time you right click, it pulls mobs towards you, and then after it pulls them towards you, it pushes them out, dealing a fixed percentage. So it pulls mobs towards you, then it pushes them out, dealing 10% of their health, while also weakening them. After it does this, it will stun them for 3 seconds, and then you can attack them. And this doesn't work on bosses with, it doesn't work on bosses or mini bosses. It only works on normal mobs. So this would be an actual useful thing for the terracotta phase in, floor 6, because you can bring them all towards you, pushing them all out, dealing 10% of the health on floor 6 master mode. And after you do this, it'll just boom, just expand. Then there can be like the infested island, where basically they are just in the island, there's skulk, all that. There are phantoms, like corrupted phantoms, or just a bunch of mob concepts. There could be like zombies in this dark blue armor that's got corrupted. All these corrupted mobs. And then if you kill a fixed amount of these, you can spawn a Warden Boss, which weakens you, slows you down, and also is immune to magic damage. And the only way to damage this guy is by using melee attacks. And anytime you try and hit him, it'll only deal a fixed percent. So a maximum of 5% per hit without any upgrades. This would be such a useful, mechanic to add to the game. Like all this new stuff they could do. They could add, just chill goats in the mountains. And if you kill these goats, it can drop like a horn or something that you can sell in the bazaar. And these horns could be used to craft like a new set of armor. Or like goat, you get like goat fur to craft the bottom parts. Or like the chest and the middle and the legs. And you can use the horns to craft boots and a helmet. All this stuff, like, it seems like a really fun little concept thing. But I feel like, all this, it would hard to be for like the 1.8 players. Because if they want to use the new islands, they have to switch from one version to another. One version back to another. So, maybe they could add some sort of way where, it'll say like, oh, you can't enter this area unless you're on this version. But you can still, you can still like use the items from this area if you, or you can move it to a different dimension like they did with the Rift. Like a new dimension called like future. Well, actually the Rift is technically the future. So maybe an alternate dimension instead. This would be such an amazing idea. They could add all these new types of mobs, all these new blocks. Thing is, all the new blocks that are added in 1.12 and 1.13 are mainly what I think of when I think of new blocks. They can update the forest, like foraging. Foraging might actually be fun, because there might be these wood mobs that give you foraging XP whenever you kill them. And you can craft new wood armor that gives you true defense. You can craft some sort of axe that can one-shot any type of tree or deals extra damage to these wood mobs. And it also buffs if you're wearing wood armor. So like if you're wearing full wood set, the axe will deal plus 50% damage. And also you could get like a sword, right? The sword, what it allows you to do is that whenever you right click, you'll gain 60 true defense. Is 60 true defense balance still? You can get 60 true defense for 10 seconds. Then after that, it wears off. Like all the things are endless with this one. You can get like 100 defense, 60 true defense, and then you could get these new trees too. They got the cherry blossom trees, the azalea trees. Ooh, cherry blossom armor would be really cool. And if you guys think they should add any of this stuff, or what do you think they should add to the game? Tell me in the comments down below. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.